returns to the earth as it was. But the spirit returns unto God who gave it. To God our Creator, with the gift of your Spirit, we are formed to take it in return. We are grateful for the many blessings in these life. We all turn to you now, dear God, seeking comfort and light. Lord of compassion, grant us all solace and strength. Reinforce our faith, for you are our rock, our Redeemer. As we read the Tziduk Hadin, Hashem Nasama, Hashem Lakach, Mishem Hashem Vrah. Lord has given and the Lord has taken away, but we praise the name of Hashem. Get now the mitzvah we are to do with this earth from the Mount of Olives Cemetery in Jerusalem. This earth is our reminder of our Jewish faith in the Messianic era, that our separations are only temporary. We will all one day be reunited. We ask you as we say goodbye, if anyone has said anything or done anything that possibly was offensive in any way, or something we didn't do for you that we should have done for you, we ask you for the favor to please forgive us. We also ask you now that you're a little bit closer with God, that you'll be a Felix Yoshua, intermediary with God, that God should grant your family and friends and all of us here today only good health and no more sorrow for many years to come. Good to see it. Rabbis say that the greatest act of kindness, the greatest act of chesed, and when you think of acts of kindness, you think of giving charity, feeding the hungry, providing shelter for the homeless, so on. Our rabbis say none of those are the greatest act of kindness, because in each of those, the person you do the act of kindness for might one day want to repay you or thank you. Our rabbis say the greatest act of kindness, the greatest act of chesed, the praying and a proper, dignified service and burial for a loved one. Because it's the only act of kindness we can do that we can never hear the words thank you. We'll never be repaid for. And I know Lee is looking down, thanking you for doing this great mitzvah on her behalf. Now that the cover is covered, we're going to do the mitzvah of Kriya. I'm going to ask the family to stand. In other cultures, often when they suffer a loss, they make scars or tattoos on themselves. In Judaism, the Torah, and our tradition doesn't allow this. What we do is wear torn clothing as a sign of our loss. We all answer Amen.
Amen.
I will say, blessed are you.
Blessed are you,
Lord our God.
Lord our God,
King of the universe.
King of the universe.
We accept to be
We accept to be
the true judge.
true
And
judge.
we all say Amen.
Amen.
We announced that there was a Shiva on Monday night. It's on the website.
In the book of Genesis, in the Torah portion of Chaye Sarah, when Sarah, our matriarch, died, the first thing that Abraham did was go to buy a burial place for her. He came to the Hittites in the city of Hebron and said, my wife has died, I need to buy a burial place. And they said, you can have any place you want for free. You're a wealthy, important man. And Abraham refused and said, no, I want to pay full price. So they overcharged him, of course. He paid Arba Meot Shekel Kesef, as it says in the Bible and the Torah, and bought the cave of Machpelah, and he himself buried Sarah. He never wanted anybody to be able to claim that land and desecrate his wife's holy remains. And so we learn from this, the Jewish tradition, that we don't just hire people in the cemetery to bury our loved ones, but we participate in this mitzvah. So in a moment, everyone before we leave today will have the opportunity to participate. Now, I'll demonstrate the proper way to do this. First of all, we never hand the shovel to another person. We place it down in the ground or in the earth. After we do this, so the next person who comes does this act of kindness and mitzvah of their own fruition rather than being assisted. The tradition is to do it at least 3 times. It's a chazaka in Judaism. When we do something 3 times in a row, something symbolic. The symbolism is, if I was the only one here, I wouldn't just do it once or twice, I'd continue and complete it myself. The only reason we step aside after doing it at least 3 times is so others can participate in the mitzvah and this act of kindness as well. At this time now, I'm going to recite the memorial prayer, which is going to be followed by the mourner's Kaddish to end the ritual parts of the prayers in our service. The mourner's Kaddish is on the back of your folders. If you'd like to join in following the memorial prayer at the graveside. El Molei Rachamim Shochem Mamromim Amitzei Menucha Nechona Kamfei Shechina B'Malos Kedoshim V'Torim K'Zorakia Asrim Es Nishmas Ebat Yosef Shalchol Yolama Avoshim Yitzvayim Adas Kras Nishmas Abagenin Tei Menuchasa Anabal Rachamim Hasir V'Sesek Navav Yolamim V'Tor B'Toracham Es Nishmasa Adonai L'Nachlasa Shadon V'Shalom Nishkavav V'Nomar Amen. O God exalted and full of compassion, grant perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure to the soul of Lee Humbert Kahn, and blessed one who is born for eternal home. Most of mercy beseech you to remember all the worthy and righteous deeds that you performed in the land of the living. May your soul be bound up in the bond of eternal life. For Hashem, God is her portion. she rests in peace in this memorial park, often visited by family and friends. May her name always be remembered for a blessing, and let us all say, Amen. The mourner's Kaddish is now recited together. Yitzchadal, Yitzchadash, Amen. Yomad, Yirach, Utei, Yamit, Utei. Hayekon, Yomekon, Hayek, Kol Beis Yisrael. Ha'adol, Bizman, Kariti. Amen. Yehei Shnei Rabba Mivarach Le'olam L'Amei Mayim. Yitzmarach, Yishtabach, Yizmar, Yizramam, Yizasem, Yizandar, Yizalem, Yizalam, Shmei, Yishal, B'rihu, Le'ela, Minto, Yervazav, Shirazav, Shirazav, Nefazah, Adoram, Yamah, Amen. Yehei Shmarma, Rabba, Yishmayim, Mayim, Aleinu, Yal, Kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Rama, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu Yal Kol Yisrael, Yibru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Rama, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu Yal Kol Yisrael, Yibru. Amen. May you grant peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us all say Amen. The rising of the sun is going down, we will remember it. The blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we will remember it. The opening of the buds and the rebirth of spring, we will remember it. The shining of the sun and the warmth of summer, we will remember it. The rustling of the leaves and the beauty of bud, we will remember it. At the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, we will remember it. As long as we live, those who knew her live and remember her, she will always be remembered for a blessing. Amen. To the family now, I say these words as they begin the Shiva period, which have been recited to Jewish mourners as words of comfort during the week of Shiva for centuries. May you be comforted among all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem, and may know good health, no more sorrow for many years to come. Amen. As we come together to do this important mitzvah, I pray that outside of returning here to dedicate the headstone at the Hakamat Matseva ceremony together, that we should only gather together from here on with family and friends to celebrate simchas after this period of mourning, in good health, in a world of love and peace, and no more pandemic. Amen. This concludes our service, except for the completion of the mitzvah. Those who wish to line up on either side, you may, but I ask you to watch and step. And if you're going to the other side, please walk around this way rather than walking alongside the tractor. But family members who wish to go first may do so. Other people can start lining up on the other side or line up behind the family. By the way, the Shiva information, once again, is on the inside right cover of your folder. 201 West Grand Avenue, 24th floor, and then Monday night, Congregation Abbas Achim in Keene, New Hampshire. After you had the opportunity to participate in the mitzvah, we'll ask you either to return to your cars. Please wait for the family to return home before Shiva. But after you've had a chance, if you'd like to remain here until the covering is completed, we ask you to return back behind the chairs so the gentleman safely can use the machinery to complete the covering for us.
I have a picture of you dancing with him. Yeah. Amazing.
I'm so glad I get the opportunity to operate this way. I hope to share something with the family sometime in the future. That will be nice.
I hope it's not a newborn. Congratulations on your daughter's wedding, by the way. I'm sure it was lovely. You have a post on that?
Yeah, I have business.
You sent it to the legendary. But I'm so glad you talked to Reline Green.
Oh yeah, we talked just yesterday.
Stood up for weddings and everything.
It is. I carry flag for you.
Glad we both mentioned Joe.
That's Scott Cope's brother.
Hi, I'm Hillary Peck. Also is a friend of Scott's growing up.
You too.
Carried
I remember first introduction to fourth grade. This is Ryan's class. I'm next to you in the picture.
I'm
Nice
bad
speech.
talking about family.
Saw that.
David Amber.
Kat says, where's Denise?
In here.
And I carry a side. I'm here. We're here for your family. And I can totally picture her carrying on I did enjoy that comment also. It's an easy thing, beautiful. I'm sure your mother said that too.
Repeatedly.
There's a lot of better time. I did.
Timber, as I was saying.
And then I can actually remember Terry's dad screaming at his mother all the time. Oh, yeah, passionately loved him, yes. Yes, but stuff.
But now we're going to do without her. She wants to people over the
A lot of about your mom struck a lot of good chords.
Yeah.
Don't leave one out if you ever get there.
I knew this person once upon a time.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary.
Nice to see you again. Yes.
So, my Board of Higher Education friends, and Beth and Robert Winter, they're and Hallandale friends. Yeah. Oh, no kidding, Mitch. Hi. That's wonderful. As I was thinking of your mom, actually, as I said, her American friends in the neighborhood, and that wasn't always true. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Had you in a couple of years. And yeah, still practicing.
Makes sense.
Not a great experience. Yeah, and I was like, okay, many years. It's a good time for everybody to come together. Like my kids are in the opposite direction.
So what year did you graduate?
She waited.
It's very nice that
Yeah. No, she waited for him.
I didn't realize he come down from the.
Waited for Gary.
I have no birthday. 68. So, I was like way little, and I remember going over.
Yeah, I was talking about
Thank you for being here. Reintroducing yourself. It's been a long time. Barry? The last low he got.
Yeah, so it's like I kind of wanted to chart, like, yeah, exactly. We're like,
Is that the way it goes?
Next week,
He's a good cook.
there's a little bit of that too.
Thank you. Thank you. I get messed up when I watch my family. It just happens.
It's amazing.
yeah, that's
Yes, in a lot of ways. Yeah, exactly.
She did?
Oh, that's why they were best of friends. Saw it.
All right, well, hopefully I'll see you later. Okay. So nice to see
Okay.
I'm gonna rent a car. Flying in our
By the way, great.
No, I'm gonna drop it. I listened to it.
magnesium pills, and I was. And Sydney told me to be brief.
Same, probably don't remember me, Ali. We had a couple of dinners together.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
That's what today is about. The grand lady wants to do something like that. A grand thing. Yeah, a lot of fun. Don't hang in restaurants. Yeah.
You flying out like this? Aboard the Blue Train.
Oh yeah.
He's been out already. You know?
I remember one time.
Yeah, close.
Went out there and stuff.
I don't remember. It was a blue ball. Right, out of Palma.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. That's how you in the car.
Right here, that's a word in this.
Hard to speak about family. It just always hits me. Weird.
Downtown, I'll tell you.
She was giving us a lot of clues. Just not unable to keep food down.
You got the app?
Coffee.
I see them.
How long you stay? You can feed it up to 2 hours.
Yeah, it is. It's special, Phil. We got it. Yeah.
So there's some leaders.
Nothing.